Dear friends, a manipulator is a person who takes advantage of you, both emotionally and mentally, to get what they want. They may attack you using your weaknesses just to get privileges, control, power, or benefits. Well, sometimes you meet people who are just masters at playing mind games. They twist your words, mess with your feelings, and suddenly, you're doing things their way. However, it's not always about a big fight. Not even a shouting match. It's way more subtle than that. And at the end of this video, you gotta know when to push back, when to chill, and then to change the whole groove. That when you feel frustrated, you need to keep your cool and not let their tricks get to you. Therefore, let me share with you 8 little known psychological tricks that have helped disarm manipulators effectively, and these tricks all you need is a bit of insight and the courage to apply them. Trust me on this one, it's going to be a game changer. But kindly don't forget to subscribe to Bikob Stories channel. Let's go. Number 1. You need to recognize the tactics manipulators use. These may include guilt tripping, gaslighting, playing the victim, or any other strategy that makes you question your own sanity or values. You see, the tricky part is that manipulation is often done in such a subtle way that you don't even realize you're being manipulated until it's too late. And what you need to do is to start observing the behavioral patterns of your manipulator. Pay attention to how they respond when you disagree with them, or when they want something from you. Once you're aware of their tactics, it becomes easier to stay one step ahead, where instead of falling into their traps, you'll be able to see them coming and sidestep them. Because knowledge is power, and in this case, after understanding the manipulator's game plan, you have won half of the battle. Number 2. Trust your instincts. Because they are a powerful ally. They are your internal alarm system that warns you when something is not right, even if you can't articulate it. It will tell you manipulation is at play. Consider this: when you sense that something is off, pay attention. Don't dismiss your feelings as paranoia or overthinking. In a nutshell, it's better to trust your gut and be wrong, than to ignore it and be manipulated. Also, when you listen to this inner voice, it gives you the courage to confront manipulators and maintain control of your emotions and actions. Trust me, it's a skill worth honing. Number 3. You need to set boundaries. It may seem tough at first, but learn to say no when requests cross those boundaries. Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way, but you need to define what is acceptable behavior and what isn't. Actually, you don't even have to be rude or confront. But a simple statement like, "I'm sorry, I can't do that," is proved to be effective. And setting boundaries won't just help you reclaim your time and energy, it also sends a clear message to the manipulator so you no longer become an easy target. Number 4. Use the manipulator's need for control against them. For example, instead of arguing, you might say, "Sure, we can do it your way," and then add a condition that you know they won't like. Actually, in essence, it's not about playing mind games or stopping to their level, but it's about outsmarting them at their own game. Because they thrive when they're in charge. In charge of situations, conversations, and decisions. It's like a game to them, and they're always playing to win. But then here's the kicker. This need for control can be used against them. And when you start to let go of your need to please, something interesting happens. Also, this trick forces them to rethink their approach and puts you back in the driver's seat. Number 5. Stay calm and composed. Because manipulators often thrive on creating chaos and confusion. They know that when you're emotional, you're more likely to make decisions that you wouldn't otherwise, for you to question yourself. Well, dear friends, staying calm and composed, especially when things get heated, is an effective strategy to disarm a manipulator. It is like being in the eye of a hurricane, and all around you, things may be in tumult, but you remain steady and in control. However, doing this doesn't mean that you are indifferent or uncaring. Instead, it's about keeping your emotions in check so they can't be used against you. And with practice over time, staying calm and composed helps maintain perspective and prevent the manipulator from gaining the upper hand. Number 6. Keep your personal information to yourself. Because manipulators are masters at using people's own information against them. They weave intricate webs of deception, guilt, and obligation that can leave you feeling trapped and helpless. Well, a manipulator can go to the extent of using some personal details you shared with them to manipulate you. But it will also be an eye-opening and shocking experience. However, limiting the amount of personal information they have access to can help keep you safe from manipulation. Don't open up to someone you're still getting to know or someone who has shown manipulative tendencies in the past. There should be a limit. After all, it's not about being secretive or untrusting, it's about protecting yourself. Number 7. Being assertive is crucial. This doesn't mean being aggressive or confrontational. But it means standing up for yourself and respectfully expressing your needs and rights. Well, this could be a workmate constantly dumping their workload on you. They play the victim while claiming they were overwhelmed, and you end up doing their work as well as yours. Dear friend, confront them politely, but firmly. Okay, you may feel a bit uncomfortable at first. But then it works with time. They will back off and begin handling their responsibilities. Also, being assertive sends a clear message to the manipulator that you're aware of what they're doing and you won't stand for it. Number 8. Know when to walk away. Despite all your efforts, the best option is to simply walk away. And this is not about admitting defeat or showing weakness. It means you choosing your well-being over a toxic situation. Especially a situation where there is no change no matter what you do. Well, I will admit that walking away may seem hard, but it is undoubtedly the best decision to avoid being drained emotionally and mentally. And knowing when to walk away is perhaps the most powerful psychological trick to disarm a manipulator, because it involves choosing yourself first. Above all, number 9. Always look up to God. Ask for His guidance when things get tough. This is the most important, then other tricks follow. Because He only can read and change how you feel. However, commonly misconceived, these strategies are not just about dealing with manipulators or awareness, they are also about empowering yourself. In fact, they are about nurturing your self-esteem, your right to express your needs and wants, and the capacity to set boundaries. Therefore, start by observing situations where you feel manipulated. Notice when you feel overwhelmed or when your decisions are being overshadowed. Pay attention to when your personal space is being invaded or your peace is disrupted. And sure, this won't change overnight, and that's okay. Just practice. You shouldn't also forget that each small step you take towards asserting yourself is a victory in itself. And in essence, this task might be challenging, but it's also rewarding. And if you practice those tricks, you will grow stronger and more assertive, and you'll find yourself less affected by manipulative tactics. And that is a victory worth striving for. Kindly subscribe to Bicob's Stories for more, and we hope you come back. God be with you all, and thanks for watching.